Lewis Carroll. Through the Looking Glass. Chapter 2.1. This is a continuation. The beginning of the poem is on the link to the right. The Garden of Live Flowers. I would rather have seen the garden, Alice said to herself. If I could have climbed to the top of that mountain. And there is the path that leads right to it, at least, no. It does not do that. Having walked a few meters along the path and turned several sharp corners. But I suppose that in the end, it will lead to the mountain. But how strangely it bends. It is more like a corkscrew than a path. Well, this turn leads to the mountain, I suppose. No, it does not. It leads straight back to the house. Well then, I shall try going the other way. And she did just that, wandering back and forth, trying one turn after another. But she always came back to the house, whatever she did. Indeed, once, when she turned a corner a little faster than usual. She ran into it before she could stop. There is no use in talking about it. Alice said, looking at the house and pretending it was arguing with her. I am not going to enter yet. I know that I will have to go through the mirror again, return to the old room. And that will be the end of all my adventures. So, resolutely turning her back on the house, she went out onto the path again. Determined to go straight until she reached the mountain. For a few minutes, all went well, and she was just about to say, "This time I will really do it." When the path suddenly bent sharply, and, as she later described, shook itself. And the next moment she found herself entering the door. "Oh, this is too bad," she exclaimed. "I have never seen such a house that would interfere. Never." However, the mountain was in plain sight, so there was nothing left to do but start over. This time she came upon a large flower bed with a border of daisies and a willow growing in the middle. "Oh, tiger lily," Alice said, addressing one that was gracefully swaying in the wind, "how I wish you could talk." "We can talk," said the tiger lily, "when there is someone worth talking to." Alice was so astonished that she could not speak for a whole minute. It seemed to take her breath away. Finally, when the tiger lily continued to sway only, she spoke again, in a quiet voice, almost a whisper. "And can all the flowers talk?" "As well as you," said the tiger lily, and much louder. "It is not customary for us to start a conversation, you know," said the rose. "And I was really surprised when you spoke." I said to myself, there is some sense in her face, though it is not very clever. Still, you are the right color, and that means a lot. I do not care about the color, remarked the tiger lily. If only her petals curled a little more, she would be all right. Alice did not like being criticized, so she began to ask questions. Does it never frighten you, being planted here, with no one to take care of you? There is a tree in the middle, said the rose. What else is it for? But what could it do if danger came? Alice asked. It says bow wow, cried the daisy, that is why its branches are called boughs. Did you not know that? Cried another daisy. And here they all began to shout together until the air seemed full of little piercing voices. Silence, each of you. Cried the tiger lily, passionately waving itself from side to side and shaking with excitement. They know I cannot get at them, it said, gasping, leaning its trembling head towards Alice. Otherwise, they would not dare do it. To be continued. Friends, please subscribe to the channel. Your likes will also greatly help its development.